Hello everyone, Amanda here from Scrimpingmommy.co.uk. Thanks for joining me today. And today I'm going to be decorating one of these clear tiny treat boxes, they're called. They are fab and they're really awesome to decorate. So when they come, they fold flat. You get them in a pack of 16. In a pack like so you get 16. The instructions are there how to assemble them, but it's super easy and they're really inexpensive. They're awesome. So 16 little treat boxes for you to create with. Now these are great for sweet treats. If you do crafty swaps, you could put embellishments in them, fill them with little treats. You could put candles in, you could put wax melts in, you could put anything in. So let me just try and remember how that goes. Those fold in there and that folds in the bottom. Super easy. And when they're constructed, they measure 2 by 2 by 2. So just think Noah's Ark. Okay, so in my boxes today, I am putting After 8 mints because these happen to be lying around in my craft room. And I will tell you that you can fit 10 After 8 mints in there very easily. And that makes quite a inexpensive gift. After 8 mints are £2 a box and you get about 36. So if you're putting 10 in one of these, you're going to get yourself 3.5 treat boxes for £2. So you work out the costing, that's cheap as chips. But as I say, you can put handmade things in as well. So I'm going to decorate it and I'm going to use some paper that I think a lot of people might already have, and I'm going to use the Petal Promenade. And I'm using it because I think a lot of people might have picked it up during Celebration when it was free. If you haven't, you need to buy it because it's just beautiful. So my box measures 2 inches wide and I'm just going to wrap just around one way. I'm not going to do the sides, I'm going to leave those clear so you can see the treat. So I need it to be at least 2, 4, 6, 8, and then I want to fold over the top as well. So I'm going to cut it to, I'm just going to cut it to, I'll just cut it to 10. I've got loads of this paper. If you want to be a bit more frugal, cut it to 9. I'm just going to cut it to 10 so I've got plenty to overlap. So 10 by 2, okay. Like so. I'm going to just fold it like so and just nip the halfway mark because I'm not doing any scoring, I'm doing it quick. And then I'm just going to put my box on it the right way up with the opening facing me, just lining up where I've just nipped to that halfway mark. Okay, and just hold the box and then just lift your paper up either side. And just crease it with your fingers. It saves you having to give a load of measurements out. It's not difficult. Okay, so you just crease it there. All right, and then just fold it over and fold it over and crease it all. Okay, and then undo it. Give yourself some adhesive on each of those squares. Okay, and then put your box. I mean, you could do it that way, couldn't you? But either way, I'm going to have it that way. The idea is to give the treat. The packaging invariably, you know, will be discarded, but it's something pretty to gift. Okay, so I'll fold that one in and that one over, like so. And already we've got a pretty box, and anybody, doesn't matter if you've been crafting for years or you've been crafting for 5 minutes, anybody can do that. So what I've also got here is another strip of the same DSP, and this measures 12 inches. So it's the full length of the 12 by 12, and I've cut it to, what did I cut it to? I've cut it to 1 1/4. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fold that in half and give it a nip. The halfway mark, just a nip. I'm not going to crease it all the way, I'm just nipping it. Okay, make a pencil mark if you think you're not going to see that nip. Alright, then get your envelope punch board, and where you've got that little crease mark, put that in the centre of your punch there. right? So we're not lining it up on the tools, we're just putting it straight up and in the middle, and we're going to punch, okay? Then flip and just line it up and do it at the other side. So you're doing it very much by eye, it doesn't need to be precise. Then at this point we're going to go to the 3-inch mark, okay, and we're going to punch. Then we're going to flip it, go back to the 3-inch and punch. Turn it all the way around, and you're doing the same up to the 3-inch and punch, flip it, 3-inch and punch. Now you can, if you want, put the flat end there straight in your punch and punch it to make the tails, okay? I'm not mad keen on the shape that it gives, so I'm going to use this instead, okay, which is my banner punch, my triple banner punch, and I'm going to line it up, and I'm going to look there to make sure it's kind of central, and I'm going to nip it off like that. I just prefer the shape, okay, and I'm going to do the same with the other piece. Okay, so I'm putting it in, I'm lining it up because it doesn't quite fit on the grooves, but it doesn't matter, I can line it and central it by eye, make sure it's all the way up. Let's have a look. Okay, just move it over so that it's in line. When I'm happy, give it a punch, and then I've got the square, well, you know, the sharper tails rather than the rounded ones. I just like it better. Okay, and then I'm going to get my bone folder, and I'm going to curve that bit and that bit. Just give it a curve. Okay, curve that and then curve it the other way. So curve and then just nip the end back in like so. Move all of that out of the way. Right, then you want some glue dots or some glue if you've got patience to wait for it to dry. And we're going to do this bow, and then we're going to decorate the bow. Okay, so what you do is where you've got the these two pieces and the tail, you get it in the middle and you fold it over. Okay, and you just fold it over, and then you're creating a bow. So basically you're attaching this punched bit to this punched bit. Okay, so I'll do that first with a glue dot. Okay, bit fiddly, but you know. Alright, so that you've got like a loop. Okay, and then do the same at the other side. There's billions of videos on YouTube of how to do this, literally billions, I'm not even joking. So glue dot there, fold that bit back and go to the middle with it. Okay, and then just press. Alright, and you have got your bow. And then what you can do is just get another glue dot, just pop it in there just to help keep that where you want it. Glue dots all over my thumbs now. And just lift that up, put that in, put your finger in the loop of the bow, poof it up and press it down, and then that will be nicely in place. That's not quite lined up. Let me just pull it back and do it again. There we go. Okay. Right, so then what you can do is you can attach that, and I'm going to actually use snail. So I'm just judging where the centre of my box is, and I'm going to do a couple of lines of snail on there, and I am going to attach my bow in the centre of there. Okay, then I'm going to poof these up, so I'm kind of getting hold of it there, and I'm just poofing them so they look like they're ruffled up a little bit. Just makes it look cute. Okay, and then the secret is, if something doesn't sit where you want it nice, add a glue dot, tuck it up, and that will then sit nicely on the edge of your box. Okay, and then I'm going to show you the special little decoration that we're going to put in the centre. Okay, so just lift it up and then it looks like you've got gathered ribbon down the sides. Okay, cute, so cute. Right, so, but I've not finished there, so let's carry on. So I've got some vellum here, and I am going to heat emboss this little butterfly here. I might actually do 2, we'll see, why not. So I'm going to attach it to a block, just add some of my emboss buddy to my vellum, ink up my butterfly, and stamp. I think I will do 2, because I think I'm going to have one on the front of my box as well. Oops. Tiny pretty boxes for tiny pretty things. I love making little treat boxes. Okay, so I'm going to use this bit of scrap here. I've got my white embossing powder. I'm just going to add that to there. Is that on there? Yeah, that's nice. Okay, let me just bob that back in there, like so. And once you get on a roll and get yourself a production line, you'll have these done in no time. So, heat up your heat tool and set that embossing powder. How pretty are those? How pretty. And then I'm going to try with my very poorly thumb, and what I might have to do is just take my scissor charm off for today, because it will rub against my my injury. Right, so I'm just going to trim this vellum. Okay, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just do your best. Okay. The stamping snips are awesome. I love them. I do have to hide them so that my husband doesn't come in and use them for stuff he shouldn't be using them for, like opening packaging and whatever. I'm like, what? Whoa, what you doing? Don't use my scissors. Are you mad? You know, we've got a drawer full of scissors in the kitchen, but it has to come and use my, I think he does it on purpose. So come and use my stamping snips. Just take your time, because it can be tricky to see white embossing on vellum. And another thing that you can do there is you could colour the back of that. It would look awesome, but I'm liking the clear see-through look. I don't want to colour it. Okay, just take your time. This is part that I cannot rush, so if you don't want to watch me, you can always fast forward. Okay, I'm only leaving a border around the antennae of the butterfly, around the feelers, and the rest I'm cutting pretty close up, but it's because it's vellum, it's quite forgiving, and if you've not cut it, you know, like a complete pro, it won't show, it really won't. So let's just get rid of all of that. So in my 2 fingers, I'm going to push and manipulate that butterfly, and then just gently curve it, not too hard, you don't want to spoil your embossing. Okay, and I'm going to put one in the centre. Where's my glue dots gone? One in the centre of my bow. Okay, pretty. I would have normally used the Butterfly Gala Punch, however, it is on back order, so I thought I'd show you an alternative way of making butterflies to keep you occupied until it comes back in. Okay, so there we go. There's always more than one butterfly available, so don't panic. Just use something else. Okay, I do like this one. It's a nice, cute little size. So I'm going to add one to the side of the box as well. And then we're going to add a sentiment. I think I'll add it there like it's on the flower. Okay. My bow looks a little bit skew with, but never mind, it'll be fine. So the sentiment I'm going to use is from Beauty Abounds, more butterflies. Lovely little cute one, and I think I'll have let's have a look. Thanks. Yeah, let's have thanks. Does that one say thanks? Yeah, we'll have that one. So I'll just remove that butterfly off there, put that on there. I've got a little tiny piece of scrap here, and I have some Pepper Pink ink. So we'll just really quickly stamp that thanks, like so. Bring in my favourite classic label punch, which I adore. Punch that out. Fits perfect. Okay. We will just nip the edge off of there to make it straight, and then for that little bit there I'm going to do what I love to do, which is slip it back inside the punch and nip the end off to make a little banner like so. Perfect. Do I want to add some? I think I'm going to just punch a spare one out of pink so that my white sentiment stands out. So if I just snip that straight, okay, and I would use glue, but I've left it the other side of the room. So I'm just going to layer that on there, like so, okay, and then if I just snip the end off and create a tiny banner with that one as well. Showing you how to do it with scissors if you don't have the punch, although with the punch, as you see, you get it, it's exact, isn't it? You know, that's a little bit off because I've cut it by hand. If you use the punch, you're getting it perfect. And then I'm going to add some more snail to there, and I am going to add it, just tuck it there, just on the top of the box. And there we go, we've got a cute little box. With a cute little handmade bow. I think that's really lovely. I think anybody would love to receive that. Let me just have a think. I quite like these little... I'm going to just use up this last little gem here. Has it got any sticky on it? I don't know if it's got any... It's gone down my sleeve. I'm not using that gem because I've just flicked it down the sleeve of my jumper somewhere. So we'll leave it there for now. Thanks for watching. Go and make some cute boxes. Just make sure your bow's not off centre like mine. Go and have some fun. I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.